During the Roaring Twenties, speakeasies are the settings where rebellious youth fight a revolution in morals and manners. They are young soldiers returning from World War I, joined for the first time in the saloons by women.
Women who were not allowed in the vast majority of saloons prior to Prohibition are welcomed with open arms into the speakeasies.
They are known as flappers, armed with new clothes, new attitudes, and the new symbol of youth revolution in America, the hip flask.
I was a flapper and really enjoyed it. And my friends are all flappers. You had the little hats, you know, they were pulled down quite a bit, in the hairdos, in the short skirts, and in the high heels. It was all part of growing up at that time. It was kind of a nice age for young people especially. I mean, the group that I was running around with, it was exciting to go to Blind Pigs, although you weren't supposed to. But anyway, we enjoyed it. And you were always wondering, well, will this place be raided? Will my folks find out about it?
Prohibition agents are always on the prowl trying to bust speakeasies. But many of these secret saloons devise brilliant ways to get around the law. This is Claudio's restaurant in Greenport, New York. Claudio's is built on the edge of a pier. At low tide, boats laden with illegal liquor slide under the restaurant and unload their bounty.
And the booze would come out of the boat, dragged up the sand, and there were 3 trap doors in the restaurant. One was in the back that you could offload the booze straight up into the back, out the back door, into the trucks, gone. A second was in what is now the men's room, which is a very small room with no doors. And the booze would go up inside the trap door in that little storage room when there was no truck left. And the third still exists today. And the booze came straight up through the trap door and into the bar.
The Elite 21 Club in New York City has its own unique defenses against the law. If a raid is imminent, the doorman alerts the bartender with a secret buzzer. That's the signal to flush the booze. In addition to collapsible shelves, the 21 Club has secret passages and fake walls. In the basement, this brick wall is actually a door. It only unlocks when a long metal key is inserted into a tiny crack, giving way to the club's liquor vault. During Prohibition, no liquor is ever found in the 21 Club. And the secret storeroom still exists today. In elite speakeasies like the 21 Club, high-quality liquor flows. But bad booze infiltrates many secret saloons. To increase profits, many unethical bootleggers take a bottle of good liquor and cut it into 2 or even 3 bottles. Liquor that had been altered like this is sometimes called monkey rum. Small-time bootleggers mix alcohol with flavorings in their bathtubs and create bathtub gin. Another problem is an army of amateur moonshiners.
There were many bad moonshiners out there who didn't care what they put in their illegal hooch. Substances such as embalming fluid were used to give an extra kick to that whiskey, or what they were calling whiskey. People were dying from these ingredients.
During the first year of Prohibition, over 1,000 deaths are attributed to poisonous liquor. Within 5 years, that number quadruples.
In 1927, a survey of all the booze that was taken by the revenue agents, they discovered that 98% of it contained poisons of one form or another.
This rot-gut alcohol makes its way into the speakeasies. The only thing bartenders can do is to try to mask the poisons and horrid taste with sweet fruit juices and colorful mixers. Bootleggers keep these toxic spirits flowing throughout the 13 years of Prohibition. And despite the dangers, Americans will continue to drink them.
Now it's palatable. It will get you high. It won't taste great, but it's all we got. Enjoy.
"8 miles off the southern coast of New York is a watery grave. These are the skeletal remains of an 84-foot tugboat called the Lizzie D. In 1922, she went down carrying a treasure of illegal alcohol.
There are whiskey bottles everywhere on this wreck, in the head, under the boiler. Every single place that they had room for a whiskey bottle, they put whiskey bottles. By penetrating down inside her and digging into the mud, they're still able to recover some of these bootleg whiskey or Prohibition whiskey bottles.
The Lizzie D was a Prohibition rum runner. Her remains are evidence of a great battle fought on the high seas. A battle between liquor smugglers and the law. It was called the Rum War at Sea. Rum running during national prohibition begins when William McCoy, an enterprising boat builder from Florida, fills his 90-foot ship with 1,500 cases of illegal spirits. McCoy anchors 3 miles offshore in the safety of international waters and sells his cargo to any takers. Dozens of ships loaded with alcohol soon join McCoy. This floating wholesale liquor market becomes known as Rum Row.